and then he made a recent version with this guy Tom Cruise. And you watch it like it's entertainment, but there's gonna come a day where you're gonna see these chariots cover the sky, and you're gonna bug out, and then you're gonna look, and then you're gonna think about those different movies. Because you devils, the so-called Jews, really control Hollywood, so they let all that stuff come out. But they don't realize the average person that goes and watch that movie, just like the movie Contagion. Now, they brought out a lot of stuff in that movie, which I didn't see the movie, but certain brothers saw it. I wanted to see it, and I'm going to see it. Basically, it's not a movie to entertain you, but the masses of you people, you watch it because it's, that looks like a good movie. Oh, Matt Damon's in it? Lord, all these top actors are in this movie. What you don't realize is that's the illuminated ones putting out these movies. They put out these movies to show you what they're going to do before they do it. But you think it's entertainment. What you got up?
Isaiah 28 and 21. For the Lord shall rise up as in Mount Perazim, he shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act.
Yeah, now let's go from there to Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter, and we're going to start from the top. Because in the Apocrypha, when the Most High used Moses to bring those plagues against the Egyptians, in the Apocrypha, it goes even deeper. All right, so let's read that.
Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 1. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being...
For when unrighteous men, now it's talking about the Egyptians, now it's talking about Esau. There's nothing righteous about Esau. He hasn't a righteous bone in his body. Read that again.
For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation...
And the holy nation is the nation of Israel. Which you see that sign. You see that sign in front of you. The 12 tribes of the children of Israel. The tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, Naphtali. All the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, those are the holies. Those are the saints. Go ahead.
They being shut up in their houses, the prisoners of darkness, and fettered with the bonds of a long night, lay their exile from the eternal providence.
Now this is the plague of darkness or blackness, which is also mentioned in the scriptures. Go ahead.
For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. For neither...
apparition is a ghost, a spirit. Sometimes you hear the apparition. Sometimes you see a form of an apparition. Sometimes you feel the apparition. The ghost, the spirit. Go ahead.
For neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. No power of the fire might give them light. Neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to enlighten that horrible night. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful, for being much terrified, they brought the things which they saw, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not. As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet they being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear, denying that they...
What does it mean they died for fear? They caught heart attacks. You know? They just dropped dead. And a lot of people, you get so afraid of something that you catch a damn heart attack and you die because you're so tense. Go ahead.
Denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. For wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth. And the expectation from within, being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. But they sleep in the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottom of inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, and partly fainted, their heart failing them. For a sudden...
Their heart failing them. What does that mean? They got a term. It's called congestive heart failure. Go ahead.
For a sudden fear and not looked for came upon them. So then whosoever there fell down was straitly kept, shut up in a prison without iron bars. For whether he were husbandman or shepherd or a laborer in the field, he was overtaken and endured that necessity, which could not be avoided. For they were all bound with one chain of darkness, whether it were a whistling wind, or a melodious noise of birds among the spreading branches, or a pleasing fall of water running violently.
Yeah, so you eat them. The Most High might plague you this way too, because he said he's gonna bring a strange salvation to the nation of Israel, for the eyes of the other nations. Number one, Esau, to see and to experience. So we don't know how deep the Most High is going to get with bringing these plagues and these curses and these apparitions against you, because things are going to get worse. And when we in the month of September, so you got October, November, December, 3 months. The end of December, you got January, which is 2012. And each year, the Most High turns the heat up. So 2012, he might turn the heat up all the way, because he may bring this place down in the year 2012, because things are moving too fast. Too many revolutions are going on. You know, too much corruption is going on. Too much wickedness is going on. Go ahead.
Or a terrible sound of stones cast down, or a running that could not be seen of skipping beasts, or a roaring voice of most savage wild beast, or a rebounding echo from the hollow mountains. These things made them to swoon for fear. For the whole world shined with clear light, and none were hindered in their labor. Over them only was spread in heavy night an image of that darkness which should afterwards receive them. But yet were they unto themselves more grievous than the darkness.
That's right. Now let's go from there to Amos, what is that, the 9th chapter? And you can start from the top as well. Go ahead.
Amos chapter 9, verse 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence.
Yeah, this is going to happen to you elite that have your escape plans. Some of you have underground cities. Some of you are going to... that's why you keep sending these ships and so forth up into outer space, because you plan on getting out of there, man, when this destruction comes. Because you know that the elite among you know that this destruction is coming. So some of you are going to go to other countries. Some of you are going to have mountaintop retreats. Some of you are going to have underwater cities. But wherever you go, wherever you call yourself escaping to, the Most High is going to deal with. The Most High is going to catch you. The Most High is going to catch you, and he's going to use us to jack you up and to enslave you. Go ahead.
And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite.
Yeah, your underwater cities. Go ahead.
And though they go into...
And that serpent is talking about Leviathan. Go ahead.
And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil and not for good. And the Lord power of hosts is he that toucheth the land, and it shall melt, and all that dwell therein shall mourn. And it shall rise up wholly like a flood, and shall be drowned as by the flood of Egypt.
Yeah, so in other words, the way Egypt went down, that's how modern Egypt is going to go down. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.